So we're in Charleston, South Carolina. We're here for the Low Country Mental Health Conference. Tonight, we're doing a heavy hors d'oeuvre dinner for some of the marketers from different places around the country. Kind of a meet and greet, just hang out, talk, get to know each other a little bit better. 26 years ago, something like that, I came to Charleston to do my internship for culinary school with my mentor, Chef Bob Carter, who was the owner executive chef at Peninsula Grill, learning a lot at the time about low country food and just kind of immersing myself in the low country Charleston scene. My mentality, the way I approach what I do at Pavillon is big picture based. I write the menu every Friday. And when I write the menu, I'm thinking about the week as a whole, and I'm thinking about our patients, not just the nutritional value, but also I'm thinking about people and their comfort level and satisfaction when it comes to food. And beyond that, the healing part of food and how the food is going to affect their mental state, how it's going to help them progress through at least those 6 weeks. There's a lot of people that come to rehab and their main mental state is like, they got to lose weight, they got to lose weight, they got to lose weight. And I'm looking at it from a different perspective of healing their body. When they were in active addiction, maybe the majority of their calories and that kind of stuff came from alcohol or whatever. And their body is in a state kind of flux. They're coming to rehab, and food is medicine in my book. And I'm trying to give them balance as far as their food intake is concerned and trying to help them heal over that 6-week period and hopefully get their body in a state nutritionally where they're able to focus on recovery, focus on trying to heal their mind while I'm giving them food that's going to heal their body. I know what it's like to quit a substance, to practice, abstinence. When I was here in Charleston, it was smoking, hanging out at the end of the night, going to bars, whatever, any of that kind of stuff. Stopping smoking for me was huge. It was a grip on my life. I felt like trash all the time, so I knew that was something that had to go. But at the same time, it was a huge part of my life. And that culture in the restaurant industry, that's just what everybody did. So stopping that, I would liken it to vaping nowadays. So segueing that abstinence-based recovery into nutrition and my mindset around food and how I overate and how I was going to change that. In a patient's 6 weeks they spend at Pavillon, at some point in that, I go and tell my story of strength, hope, and recovery. Talk a lot about my journey, and in the beginning of that journey, my goal was lose weight, ironically. But what I learned throughout the process of that is health, gaining health. I lost 150 pounds in that process and everything, but that's really not what I gained. What I gained was a knowledge of a better way to treat my body, to treat my mind, which then in turn treats my soul and gives me the health that I didn't realize in the beginning that I was looking for and that I needed. So when I tell my story to the patients, one of my big takeaways or one of my biggest points that I talk about is mindfulness. Mindfulness for me was huge. Being in the restaurant industry, when we're eating beforehand, before a service or something like that, majority of the times it's just, scarf it in as fast as you can so you can get back to prep work for service so that you're prepared for the night. And a big piece of my journey was actually spending time being mindful about what I was eating. One bite at a time, kind of like a one step at a time in recovery. Not letting my worries for what service is going to look like in the future, or worrying about regrets or mistakes that I made last night's service or something like that, but actually spending that moment thinking about what I'm putting in my mouth, thinking about the flavors, thinking about where it came from, how it works with the rest of the meal or the rest of the dish or whatever, and really sitting on being mindful in that moment as opposed to going back that way or going forward that way. Being healthy and balanced when it comes to food, it's a different realm than abstinence-based recovery, quitting a substance completely. You can't quit food. So it's a different thought process, I think, gaining health rather than losing weight. I work closely or very well with clinical. When our patients come, if I notice something that is hyper-focused on losing weight, or a patient that is spending a lot of time thinking about that kind of stuff, or maybe even I get a heads up from clinical about somebody that might have eating disorder history or something like that, that really sparks for me an extra level of care around paying attention to their eating habits, making sure that they're not making bad decisions as far as their food intake or as far as their nutrition is concerned. Vice versa, if I see something with a patient and I can communicate to clinical, this is what's going on, these are the choices that they're making, or maybe the hyper focus on, restriction or something like that. And it gives clinical an opportunity to raise a level of individual care for that patient so that we can help them navigate that and focus on what's important in rehab, which is sobriety and getting sober. When the patients come to Pavillon, the point of why they're there is to get happy, healthy, and free, right? So my job as executive chef, and what I hope in earning their trust and connecting that bridge with them, is that they will allow me or trust me enough, use my experience and my tools and the gifts that I've been given to remove a level of worry or a piece of that worry for them, that they can then focus on that goal of happy, healthy, and free of drugs, alcohol, substance, whatever it is. Leave the nutrition part, the food part, leave that up to me. That's my job. I love it. I love doing it on a daily basis, and I love doing it for the patients. So giving me that privilege to do that for them is huge for me. When I first started my journey, a lot of the inspiration was just seeing the patients that were coming to Pavillon. And I have an interesting perspective because I see them when they first get there, and I spend a lot of time with them. 3 meals a day is a lot of time to spend across from a patient and getting to know someone. Seeing them when they get there and seeing them when they leave, seeing that process of everything in between is greatly inspirational for somebody like me that's heading down the same kind of path where I'm trying to get healthy and recover from something. And the level of gratefulness that I have for just the patients being there, being open to have a conversation with me or whatever and share their hope in recovery, helps inspire me to keep doing what I'm doing, and inspires me to level up to what I'm providing them in the 6 weeks or however long that they're at Pavillon. Having that time with the patients was life-altering for me. So I hope that what I'm doing for them is the same.